It all started with a classic Italian trio: soup, salad, and breadsticks. But now, 54 hours into the game, the salad tribe is no more. One of our big storylines this season centered around two very big personalities from the salad tribe, Max and Danny. They were allies, they were enemies, they were frenemies, you name it. But they were voted out one after another at the final 7 and the final 6. So now they're out of the picture and the game is opened up. It's the final 5, and we've got 3 soup: Tasha, Joseph, and Corey, and we've got 2 sticks: Alex and Brittany. In the final 6 hours of the game, we're gonna have 2 immunity challenges, 1 fire-making showdown, and then the final 3 are going to face the jury, which will decide who gets the title of sole survivor. It's the finale of Survivor Weekender Season 3.
I'll meet you anytime you want.
Previously on Survivor Weekender.
Restaurant.
Make no mistake, only one of you is going to win this game. But this weekend, all of you will be staying in the Olive Garden of Eden.
Things are okay with me these days. Got a good job, I got a good office. I got a new wife, got a new life, and the family is fine. Oh, lost touch long ago. You lost weight, I did not know. You could ever look so nice after so much time. Do you remember those days hanging out at the Village Green? Engineer boots, leather jackets, and tight blue jeans. Oh, you drop a dime in the box, play a song about New Orleans. Cold beer, hot lights, my sweet romantic teenage nights.
And I literally said I was laying low, and here I am fighting an idol.
Danny always has the option to be like, look guys, in the fire.
I have no other incentive than to help out my group here.
Angie, your tribe is spoken.
So we have our next target.
Gotta flush the idol. Don't mess with me, I'm from Chicago.
Wesley, your tribe is spoken. It's not pretty.
Don't you remember you tried to do as you recorded and you shot and people to celebrate?
There are 3 amulets in the game now. We each have one.
If the 3 of us vote for Danny, and Danny plays the idol, Danny's gonna have voted for Max, and Max will go home.
Anna, your tribe is spoken.
It's been an honor.
Danny and Corey actually were the ones to decipher the clue that I found.
2- and then the second letter of the second word. 4-, so on and so forth.
And they wanted to give it to me. But I manipulated it so that I would get it because I know where to found the clue.
It probably won't be me tonight. Danny, your tribe is spoken. It's time. Right now we're all together.
And we'll never be apart. There'll be 6-way time in, right? I'm getting a nice, relaxing spa day. So much shit has happened in the past 2 minutes.
Adrian fucked up. He told Rusi, we decided it's gonna be Alex.
Max.
I think so. Our head was very set on voting Adrian. And Sula's his fiance, so I feel like those top two choices are like pretty evident to me.
Very ready to work to vote one of them out because I don't trust.
People are worried about you, and
I was not expecting that. Keep talking, I'm just gonna grab some grapes.
I don't trust Sula as far as I can throw. Vote the same. I'll vote them out, but not this one. Give me everything I need to know.
It's up to us.
Yeah.
It's like, we have to decide here.
Yeah, you're my girlfriend.
She thinks you're a number, and she thinks you're a threat. And so she immediately threw your name out there.
Next person voted out of Survivor Weekender Season 3. Sula. That's 3. That's enough. Adrian, your tribe is spoken. We are merged.
I get to lead tribal council just before the votes are cast. Okay.
Carter, your tribe is spoken.
I'm gonna go fight for my life and hope I can sway some people to keep me around just a tad bit longer. My heart is pounding.
And I've not heard her feel the best. The amulet in Maris's control will become much more powerful now.
Maris, your tribe is spoken.
I will try to here.
Me and Nina played on Surviving Religion together.
We can be saved. I've pulled crazy rats out my ass.
This is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes cast for Nina will not count. 6th vote. Nina does not count. Next person voted out of Survivor Weekender Season 3. Rusi, that's enough. Rusi, your tribe is spoken.
Lucy, because I was told at tribal council that
She's so over, like, dating.
I did not vote for Rusi, and I did talk to him in line, but it was to quell his own nerves because he was over there being frantic as fuck. Because frankly, he found the doc idol. And he goes, do I need to play it, Danny? Do I need to play it? I turned around and said, shut up. Shut up.
it's the episode, yeah, sweet Danny. Sweet Danny.
Justin and I want to play our amulets for a steal a vote. We want to steal Danny's vote.
Finally.
Next person voted out of Survivor Weekender Season 3. Nina.
I think I had to get Nina out. She and I were being lumped together, and so if Danny gave her an idol, she's going to feel some kind of loyalty to Danny.
Yeah, I'm just freaking
out. Got it? I thrive in chaos. When everyone is running around and doesn't know what's going on, everyone comes to me and they ask me, okay, what's happening? That's where I do my work, and you save who you can, and the others are just fish.
Next person voted out of Survivor Weekender Season 3. Allie.
I don't know. How are you? People think you and Max are a duo. I trust you. It's really hard to trust
you too.
People here. Seems like we're leaning Max.
Yeah, I think so.
Alex is on Joseph with Max.
Yes.
I have it for sure.
I think that's a great move. I think you're Max. I'm sorry.
That's it?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Because if it is like Danny or Max, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm voting Joseph just because I think you're a really big threat.
Sorry, Max.
Next person voted out of Survivor Weekender Season 3. Max. That's enough. Come bring me your torch.
I got outwitted. I got outlasted. Got outwitted.
After like the last couple of votes, there's just nobody left at camp that I like really trust. So I just feel really alone. I feel like Tasha was the one that had like a really strong relationship with Max. And I'm like, why is Tasha in on this and not me?
Tasha seemed to everyone like she was never going to vote out Max. That seemed to be her primary ally. And then when I talked to her, she said that she was open to voting him out and that I was her primary ally. And so I think that that was a vote to solidify that relationship.
I know it would be scary for us to like think about all just sitting at the end together, but that's our only way that we'll even end up there. I think keeping Danny around because that's keeping Tasha's focus on Danny, and she won't backstab me as her number one. So keeping Danny here is key.
They're thinking Danny. And so I really like Danny. I think I sometimes worry about how other people react under the jury.
Yeah.
And that Nina thing was so impressionable. I want to flush Tasha back on. I don't really want to split votes.
Yeah.
I think the splitting votes thing could get us in trouble.
Yes.
And then you don't have to worry about things. Yeah, honestly, like, we got you. I
got you guys.
Yeah.
See you later.
This person voted out the Survivor Weekender Season 3, Danny.
Oh my god! Thanks, guys. Live fast, die young. Bad girls do it well.
Danny, your tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
Thank you. Bye.
Final 5. We'll see how the final end game plays out.
This has been a really crazy experience. I feel like the traditional thing is to say full of ups and downs. But honestly, I've only had one real blip in this experience, and that was one person writing my name as a last-ditch effort, and that feels like a pretty solid game to have played. I think I made the right decisions each step of the way, and that's been really kind of validating that I could do well in something like this. I honestly always thought that if I were to ever play the real Survivor, I'd be out really quickly. I'm a Black woman, and historically Black women have not done well on Survivor, regardless of how good they are. And sometimes they're the first vote out because someone thought they were suspicious or they wasn't friendly. Survivor is a social game, and Survivor is about connections, and it's who can you connect to quickly and feel affinity to, and that's people who look like you, right? And so I think that makes it really challenging for people who look like and identify like me. I did something that is out of the norm for me, and I'm really proud of myself for taking that step and committing to it and doing it.
Preparing for this trip, I think coming into it with a lot was going on with work, I just mentally wasn't checked in as I wanted to be, like I usually would be with these games. I don't know why, it just was I felt like I was dragging myself here a little bit. And then I think as the game went on, that excitement came back, checking out of reality a little bit of work and everything, and taking a break just from life and not having my phone or anything really just helped set the tone of how I played this game, being kind of a little cutthroat of lying to people's face and then backstabbing them. Am I surprised? I always want to say no, I'm not surprised here, but yeah, I'm a little surprised and happy and proud of myself. And Final 5 is nothing to be shy about. We'll see if I can make it all the way to the end.
As somebody who's never finished a season of Survivor, I did not expect to get this far. I just wanted to have fun, challenge myself, and my goal was to just survive my first tribal council. And now I'm here, and I'm in the top 5, and I feel like this is when it's getting real. I never until now thought I could actually maybe win this. I told people at home I was doing this, and they straight up laughed at me because it's so something different than I would do normally. But I love a challenge. I love challenging myself. I love learning new things about myself. I learned that I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was. I consider myself introverted, but maybe this game has taught me that I need to get out there more and socialize because it seems like people like me.
Obviously, I'm very, very happy to have made the Final 5. I feel like the experience has been crazy. I feel like it's been super up and down. It's been way more of a roller coaster than I've expected. But I think it's more for me just the social stuff that really can hit hard. I think what I've learned is that it's really, really easy to lose trust with someone, and it's really, really hard to gain that back. Early on, like the first couple travels I went to, they were so chaotic. I was like, oh my God, like we can actually like strategize and like pull off these crazy moves. And then as soon as you like lose trust with someone, or as soon as like you just get on different pages with someone, it just like gets exponentially harder. So like at times the game feels really, really easy, and then at times it feels really, really hard. So just kind of being like ready to like roll with the punches and see where the game takes you. So it feels great to make it this far. It's just, I'm still trying to like find a way to like make everything work where I like actually win.
It feels like a sort of out-of-body experience right now, just trying to sit here and process what's happened the last 2.5 days. Like I've been playing hard the whole time, playing true to myself. You can't play or win this game as someone else. There's something I struggle with is talking to new people. It's been a really nice experience that I can have for myself and show like I can go out on my own, whole bunch of people I don't know, and make really close friends. I've had people that have had my back throughout this entire game. I really owe my success to them, and I'm excited for this final stage we're about to embark on.
Congratulations, 18 began and only 5 are left. The end is near, very soon. All of you will compete in the Unity Challenge, but only one of you will go on with an advantage. Scattered on this property are 3 stations with items. This is the game station. The numbers. 3 stations, so there's one.
Joseph got it! All right. Are you ready to get to your next individual immunity challenge?
No.
Woo! Yeah! All right. For today's challenge, you will be going to 6 different stations and collecting 6 different bags of puzzle pieces. Once you collect all 6 of your bags of puzzle pieces, you will go to one of the stations right there and solve the puzzle on the station. Joseph, you have an advantage in this challenge. You will already have one of your bags of puzzle pieces waiting for you at your station. You will not have to do the buoy station. Pretty hefty advantage, but who knows what happens with the other stations and the puzzle. It's up to you to make the most of it. Survivors ready. Go! Straight out to the paddleboard. Already. To the buoy. Alex, working hard. Alex with his first bag. Corey getting his second. Another bag. Rich working. Tasha coming back with the paddleboard. Going. Back with this. Just started this challenge with an advantage, and he is first on the puzzle. Alex now working to untie his ball. Corey and Joseph racing. Tasha now waiting on Brittany. Looking over to see what Joseph is doing. Joseph has his first here. Joseph is moving on the next two. Brittany's back. Good. Tasha's working on that now. Joseph is falling now. Alex has got 3 columns of the same length, but can he find 6? 6 is a lot more than 3. Tasha's still working that wheelbarrow. Anyone could still get in this game. Brittany's coming back with her wheel bag. Alex literally scratching his head in the wilderness. Not a player unable to get that third tier. All players now working on their puzzle. Joseph and Corey with them for a long time. But anyone can touch them if they just quickly cracked the code and started stacking these blocks. Alex now looking over, trying to see what Joseph did. Has 6 columns, but one is a little different. Joseph now moving to start the second tier. Even their first tier now, Joseph will be in the second tier. Completed his second tier and is placing his platform. Joseph wins individual immunity.
Good job, Joseph.
All right, Joseph, well done. Individual immunity, safe from the last vote of this game. You will be in the final 4, where you will have an opportunity to either win your way through an immunity challenge or through a firemaking challenge to the final 3. One of the rest of you will fall one step short of that goal. I'm sure you have a lot to think about and talk about. I'll let you get to that.
Cool. Last night when I took my girlfriend to dinner, I felt like my Uncle Mike was sitting right there with us. See, he's the one who told me to take her to Olive Garden.
She'll love it, I said. First, you get a nice table. Then, you order their new chicken and shrimp limone. Oh, it's delicious. Grilled chicken and sauteed shrimp tossed with pasta in their white wine lemon sauce. And when she says she loves it, you say it's a perfect combination. Just like you and me.
So what's next?
Well, look at the menu. We'll see.
Olive Garden. When you're here, you're found.
We just had the immunity challenge, final 5 immunity, and I didn't win. Came down to a puzzle. Puzzles aren't my thing, man. So like, I can't be mad at myself for how far I've come. I have to only rely on my social game here to make sure that the bonds I built will get me to the final 4, and that Tasha and Brittany and Joseph actually want to take me there.
It sucks to not have the immunity necklace because you want that protection, but I've been playing without the immunity necklace for this entire time.
Final 5 immunity feels great. It means I can't be voted out of the game, which is kind of wild. It's a lot of power at like a really pivotal end moment. And I mean, I think the theme of this vote is, where do the scales lie in terms of like, am I here to play like 110% and win, or is just enjoyment, like going to the end with people I've worked well with and making a really fun final tribal, like which way does the scale tip?
I really like Corey, and so like I think it could be a good time. Do we want to win, or do we want to have a good time?
Yes, that's the question we have to ask ourselves. So that's what I'm like, I don't know what the answer is, because I still think it would be a really fun final three.
Yeah, it would be fun. That would be a tough spell. He's like quietly in the beginning, and then
he has played a like perfect game.
Yeah.
He's never actually been targeted.
Yeah.
Never had his name written down. So like,
I mean, I'm down to do that. Yeah.
I still want to think about it more for sure, because I really like our trio.
I wanted to go Corey, but Corey told the both of us that we were final three together, and Joseph was like, okay, but he wasn't sure. He wanted to be like loyal to his word, but he wasn't sure, because he thinks Corey is like a threat. So how about we just decide that you and I are voting in lockstep?
Absolutely. Was already planning on doing that.
Whatever happens, like you and I are locked in.
Energy at camp is low. There's 5 people. They pull one person aside. There's only 3 left, and you know, you either have to all talk together or get left alone. It's kind of awkward with so few people to be like, hey, let's go chat. It's so close to the end, everyone's really worried.
I walked back and I was like, okay, obvious vote, Corey. Like, how could you not vote Corey? Like, super strong. Everybody likes him. His name's like never been thrown out. I think he would basically like sweep the jury. And like, obviously Corey was there. Like, we couldn't talk with him right there. That was my impression, but it could definitely just be that the 4 of them have just had this final 4. I mean, I think this is pretty obvious.
And
like Corey, right? Like,
I mean,
there's no other.
Like, I think he blows everyone out at the end.
Do you think?
I don't know if Tasha would. Brittany, Tasha maybe not. Brittany, I think if we told Brittany we were doing Corey, we could do that.
It's like, would they want to go for me? Or for each other?
I think so. I think really? They would go for you.
Why?
I think it's just the fact that they're close.
I feel like it's such bad gameplay at this point. Joseph was the first one that was like, I don't know that they're gonna vote Corey. I think they might want to vote you. And honestly, I was completely flabbergasted by that. Like, I just don't see the rationale for that. Like, they've left me out of like the last couple votes and really kind of like boxed me out. That's all I have to say about that.
I think Brittany thought you had like a better story to tell at the end than Tasha, but
I was very much like, anyone can be me, and I've been trying to pitch that to get further. And I do think it would be an uphill battle for me to win. I think at this point I've kind of accepted that there's only so much I can do with a group of 5 when 4 of them have been working together for like votes and votes and votes. I feel like this one's obvious.
Yeah.
Are we on the same page?
Are you thinking?
Yeah,
I just thought maybe you're thinking Brittany, but Corey's like this.
I feel like Corey's so obviously like the biggest threat. But then I like talked to Tasha. I was like, oh, like, I think this is an easy one. She's like, oh, how so? And I was like, oh, like, it's just like obvious who we're voting for. She was like, Brittany? And I'm like, okay. So Tasha definitely does not want to vote Corey.
I don't know.
Okay. There's no chance you would go for me out this one?
I can't say that.
Okay, I'm just...
Say that.
Okay, no, that's fair. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Thank you. So I think it's definitely gonna be either me or Corey. I feel like this should be the easiest vote of the whole game.
I don't think it's any secret that Tasha and I are close, or that she's been one of my closest allies. So like,
yeah, I don't think Tasha would vote you.
Yeah, I don't think I would vote Tasha. Yeah. So literally just leaves Brittany or you I had to vote against. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, no, I see it. There's never 100% trust in what you think has been said. But I only can go off the bonds and what we've been through. Brittany, myself, Joseph, and Tasha have been through the last 2 days.
Yeah, he believed you.
I figured so.
Yeah, and I said, yeah, but just but I'm still locked in.
I'm still locked in, 100%. Even though their names are going around and those kind of things, I let them know they were safe. They came to me that they were safe. So hopefully they can return the favor and they don't realize that like I was doing that. Like I kept them safe by putting the target elsewhere.
Like I said, I'm all for you, me, and Tasha at the end.
We've just done such a good job at
I agree. We did a lot, us three.
Yeah.
So I am really nervous right now, and I am going to do the thing that I have been dreading this entire game, and that is take out my biggest alliance. That is Corey. If Corey goes to jury, there is no doubt in my mind that Corey will win this game. I honestly expected that he would win immunity. I would just go forward with him and just expect to lose to him because I think he's been a phenomenal player. I think he's been the best player this whole game. But now that he doesn't have immunity and we're going into Final Four, I have to do it to be able to have a chance at winning. Getting rid of Corey puts me in a really good position and could make it possible that I could have a chance at winning this game.
Should we check in with Joseph?
We were worried
about him. He brought it up. He said he wasn't sure.
If I go to the end with Corey and Brittany, like we've discussed, it feels like Corey goes into that with a substantial lead and has a really, really good chance to just kind of pull away and leave us in the dust. If I do decide to play as hard as possible, it does feel like a little like, oh, we went through this whole game together, except for the very end, and it just puts a little footnote on the time we had together. I know no matter what, it's, you know, we're playing this game and everyone's gonna be friends after, but what will I walk away with? Will I regret that decision later down the line?
As I said, I probably won't put Tasha ever, and then he just said Brittany, and he just said she has a good story.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And again, I'm down with you and Tasha in the final three. So.
Corey, to lock things in with Joseph, said the final three was going to be him, Tasha, and Joseph. And he told Joseph it was going to be me, him, and Corey.
When I pulled Corey aside, we were chatting and talking about Alex here, and then he said, yeah, I feel good about you, me, Tasha, final three. And I'm like, that wasn't the plan. Cool. Yeah, I thought it was us.
Yeah.
I thought we were the final three. So I don't know why he said Tasha.
Holy shit, maybe he fucked up. Or he was like slick. The person who I've been surprised by how loyal they've been is definitely Joseph. Like, Joseph plays the game, but I think he's decided that I'm just one of the people that he's working with in this, because he's always like the first to come up and tell me if someone said my name. I think people have underestimated how we're in sync we are about these.
Yeah.
So that's been a really important alliance for me. Alex, I'm not worried about at the end.
Yeah.
Corey, I'm worried about what I really wanted to work with and stick with it through all of it, you know what I mean? But like that makes me uncomfortable that he like flipped what the final
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel like a slip.
We'll now bring in the members of our jury.
So much space.
Is this a thing one?
out for business.
Joseph, I'll start with you. Big win at the final 5. When you have immunity at this stage of the game, do you feel free to go kind of big and you know, throw names out there and just try stuff out in a way where you're like, I know it's not going to turn back on me in the vote?
Yeah, I mean, especially at this point, because next tribal is going to be, you know, firemaking. So like at this point, I couldn't be voted out. I could go to fire, but it's like it's different, kind of playing with that mentality of, you know, what I do here. At worst case, I still have a shot to earn my way to final tribal council. So it definitely does give me an opportunity to like really assess the whole situation and be like, okay, what are we doing?
Brittany, did you see Joseph acting in a more uninhibited way?
I don't think uninhibited in Joseph Kroll. I don't think that's your MO. Yeah, no, like, I wouldn't say uninhibited at all. But I also just don't think that that's like, that's your style. That's not how you come across.
Alex, obviously we have a group of people that have different styles, different MOs. How are people thinking about those styles, personality types in terms of how they're going to pitch themselves to the jury?
I think honestly the 5 of us are all pretty different. Like we all have like kind of our own stories, and we would all kind of have like a unique pitch to the jury. But I do think like that definitely comes into play, and I think that people's perceptions of that can like be very different. Like I know for me, I think I have like a very clearly defined like power ranking of like how I'd rank in terms of like jury in my head, but I don't think necessarily this whole tribe agrees with that.
Tasha, do you think people have different power rankings like you said?
I mean, I definitely think that there are some people who are probably higher in the power rankings. A lot of us would probably put there, but that doesn't necessarily scare me.
Corey, how do you feel about this topic? Do you think that, you know, this sort of power rankings concept, threat level, whatever you want to call it, is driving people's thoughts right now, or are there different types of considerations?
Yeah, I don't think power rankings is a thing. I mean, how many seasons of Survivor have we seen where somebody you don't think is going to win goes into tribal, kills it, and they win? Like, the jury's mind isn't made up, and anything can happen in final tribal. So yeah, there may be opinions about things, but again, I think like Alex said, we all have different stories and avenues of how we got here, and it's on you to articulate that and see and visualize it.
That's a good point. Brittany, do you think that people are thinking about not even just who played the best game, but who is going to be the best at pitching themselves to the final jury?
It has come up, right? Like, who do you think is someone who can like really express themselves in a clear, persuasive way to the jury? But again, I feel like I keep saying this, like it's never just like one thing, right? Like there's so many multitude of things, and then you have to like decide which one matters more at what point. Yeah.
Tasha, is there talk among this group about this specific jury? What people are speculating what they care about?
I haven't really heard any talk about that, honestly. I think at this point we're thinking about just getting there and then thinking about that later.
Alex, do you feel like everyone's still really laser focused on top priority is getting there? Is that, or are people willing to really take a bigger risk?
I don't really know entirely if the rest of my tribe is going to be wanting to take a big swing. I think it's also kind of like relative, where like what I would vote for this vote is not, I would not consider it a big swing. I think it should be an obvious vote, and I've had conversations with people of like what I think we should do.
Joseph, are you and Alex in agreement about the obvious vote, or are you in disagreement?
Yeah, I mean,
we got our shots.
He knows who I'm talking about. Yeah. I think everybody probably knows who I'm talking about.
Anyone not know who Alex is talking about?
I think Alex made his pitch incredibly clear, but it's not that cut and dry. There's not one person's perspective that you're going to take and you're going to completely run with, right? You have to look at everything and make the best decision for yourself.
Alex, how confident are you that your pitch is landing with you?
I'm not super confident. I think that the four of them have to be a little bit more diplomatic with how they approach things. I've kind of been at my wit's end in a lot of ways, so like for me, I can kind of just like say what I want, but I think the four of them have to play it a little bit more cool at this point.
You care to elaborate on you being at your wit's end?
Yeah, I've just been going through like the roller coaster the last couple of votes, and I think this four has been a pretty strong group that has voted together. I think they have a lot of trust with each other, like strong relationships.
Corey, do you agree that maybe in this group Alex is a little more on the outs right now?
I will say he has been on a roller coaster just in the past couple of tribals of votes, not maybe knowing what happened or why at the moment, but I wouldn't say he's on the outs. I think everyone has heard everyone's pitch, and if you're aligned, you're aligned.
Tasha, do you think anyone in this group other than Alex is thinking about this as an opportunity to kind of make a surprising or big move?
I think that we're all compelling people and we can make our team surprising.
All right. Well, it sounds like an interesting dynamic. Excited to see how it shakes out. And with that, we'll get to the vote. Tasha, you'll be up first.
Time to make a big move. This is probably the hardest vote for me. Corey has been my alliance since day one. I'm so sorry, Corey. You are a phenomenal player at this game, and I think if I have to go up against you at Tribal, you're gonna win. I love you.
It's been so much fun playing this game with you and all the things we've stuck through, and I was considering going to the end, but some last minute words changed my mind about that.
All right, I'll go tally the votes. All right, I've tallied the votes. For the last time, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol or an advantage that they would like to play, now would be the time to do so. Okay, I'll read the votes. First vote, Alex. Second vote, Corey. It's 1 vote Alex, 1 vote Corey. 3 votes left. Third vote, Corey. 2 votes Corey, 1 vote Alex, and 2 votes left. Next person voted out of Survivor Weekender Season 3, Corey. That's 3, that's enough. Corey, your tribe has spoken.
Need a minute, Pat.
Thank you. Time for you to go. Wow. Our final 4. Congratulations to each of you. You've gotten to the point in the game where none of you can be voted out. Each of you will have the chance, one way or another, to earn your way to the final three, where you will have the opportunity to pitch your case to the jury and convince them that you deserve the title of sole survivor. In a few minutes, we're going to get to your final immunity challenge. I hope you're ready.
Yeah. Who's gonna win? We have to call a spade a spade. They knew they couldn't take me because I was going to crush it in final tribal. There's no sugarcoating it. I'm not gonna hide it or my feelings about it because I did great. I can't blame them. Like myself, I wouldn't take me. I mean, come on. I had so much fun. I love chaos. I really wanted to bring that and make just great, fun Survivor.
Hey guys.
What a group.
I know, man.
Tag team.
I think.
2 sticks, 2 seeds.
Look at that. Look at that. Well, it looked that way from the beginning, didn't it? Yeah. It's also just like, I think the backstabbing is over, guys.
Yeah, I think we're actually done with backstabbing.
Like,
all it's gonna be is whoever wins immunity just
chooses who they want, right? And people can make their pitches, but it's not gonna be like, who's gonna vote up who? And running back and forth. It's just gonna be a one-on-one conversation with one person.
Right.
So,
I'm so happy.
Relieved.
No more backstabbing.
Okay, so I've done the math on this never-ending pasta bowl. There's 42 different sauce and pasta combinations.
Yeah.
And there's 7 of us.
Right.
So if we come here on 3 different nights...
Well, you do the math, I'm doing the Alfredo.
Olive Garden's never-ending pasta bowl is back with delicious new sauces like tomato basil caprese and our Asiago garlic Alfredo. Pick any combination of sauce and pasta, then another. Try them all for just $8.95, plus endless salad and breadsticks.
This math tastes delicious.
Olive Garden, when you're here, you're family.
All right, are you ready to get to your final immunity challenge? Let's go. Yes. The winner of this challenge will have a guaranteed spot in the final 3, where you will plead your case to the jury for a chance to win the title of sole survivor. In addition, you will also be choosing who will be sitting with you and who will be making fire for a chance for a 3rd spot in the final 3. A lot of power in this game, but you've got to win to get there. All right, for today's challenge, you will be stacking blocks on a suspended balance beam and then knocking them as dominoes across the beam until your final domino falls off the other side. Final immunity challenge of Survivor Weekender Season 3. Survivors ready. Go! Everybody placing their first block. Alex moving quickly to place another block. Brittany placing another block. The question is, how quickly do you place blocks and how do you space them? Tasha with 3 blocks. Alex with the 5th block. Brittany with another block. Does a block fall? Alex with a big fall. Brittany with a lot of blocks. Joseph with a big fall. Kicking those tripwires, you've got to be careful. You've got to go fast, but you've also got to be careful. It's a tricky balance. Brittany with another block. She's got tons of blocks on her balance beam. Far more than any other player. Alex now placing a block. Tasha has a couple blocks fall. Joseph falls again. Brittany is zooming through those blocks.
I wasn't.
Brittany knocks all of her blocks over. Huge fall for Brittany. It's now Alex in the lead. Tasha with a big fall. Alex places another one. Brittany's starting from square one. Joseph going very methodically now. He does not want to trip on that wire again. Alex crossing the halfway mark. Alex breathes a sigh of relief every time he is able to get out of that lattice without knocking his blocks over. His legs are trembling. Joseph with a wobble. All of a sudden, all of the players are making pretty significant progress. They're getting the hang of this. Tasha with a big fall. Brittany suddenly has rebuilt very quickly. Alex is out of blocks. That's going to be a problem for him. Brittany places another block. Brittany has only one more block to place. Alex now respacing. You've got to figure out what to do with that total limited number of blocks to get you from the start to the finish. That spacing is critical. Is Alex or Brittany going to solve the spacing in time? Joseph with a huge fall. Frustration on his face.
Let's go over the edge here.
Yeah.
He's starting all over again, hoping to catch her. Anytime you want. Brittany tries. And she falls just short. Joseph and Tasha now in contention as they start to have more significant runs of blocks. It's Brittany now struggling to catch up. Tasha now has the majority of her blocks placed. Joseph now has almost all of his blocks placed. It's Alex and Joseph now who are the closest. Joseph is going to try it. And Alex's blocks fall and Joseph's blocks fall. Neither of them does it. Joseph knocks more blocks off. This has had a lot of ups and downs, and it is still anybody's game. It is now Tasha in the lead with only 2 blocks left. Tasha with a big hit, but none of her blocks fall. Alex has now quickly rebuilt a lot of this track. Every player extremely close. Alex is going to try it again. Blocks fail at the beginning and at the end. Tasha tries and falls just inches short. Down to her very last block. Brittany has placed all of her blocks. Joseph has placed all of his blocks. Who's going to try next? Brittany is gonna try. Brittany wins individual immunity! Woo. After a hard-fought battle between all 4 contestants.
Thanks.
Extreme ups and downs.
Oh my God.
Brittany.
Thanks, guys.
Brittany, individual immunity. Safe from the vote. You will be in the final 3 where you will pitch your case to the jury. You will also be choosing who is going to sit next to you in that final 3 and which 2 of your fellow contestants will be duking it out in a fire-making contest.
I thought it was a super fun challenge. It's like almost the most fun I've had in this game was playing that. It's frustrating because I feel like I had the whole thing built for so long, and it just like, I never got like a good knock on it. So frustrating, but like I'm happy for Brittany.
I'm sure you have a little bit of thinking to do. I'll let you get to it.
Thank you. I'm really happy. As soon as I saw that challenge, I was like, I think this is something that I can do and I can be good at. It's really cool. So as soon as I walked out there and I saw it, I was like, I think this could happen. And then I'm not like depending on someone else to bring me. And I was really worried because I was trying to think about like, why would they bring me? Like, why would they bring me to the end? And the only thing I can think of is if they were like completely oblivious to what I've been doing, and I don't think any of them are completely oblivious.
Do either of you want to make fire?
I mean, I kind of want to try.
I kind of want to try it too, but I feel like I'd be okay with whatever. Yeah, same.
Right now, I'm thinking I might take Tasha because I think every one of the big moves that she made, I was behind in some capacity and kind of directing things.
I'd love for you to pick me, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm not normally a pick-me girly. I know I am. I think seeing 2 women in the final 3 would be really great.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been really honest and upfront with you about decisions that I've made, and I've stuck by that. I've got rid of some close people in my game to keep our alliance together and for the betterment of our game going forward.
It doesn't feel great not to win immunity. I wish I could have that security going into this. I do feel good that it was such a close game though, and I feel like it's a really good group of competitors.
So I love you, I love you too. And Brittany, obviously no hard feelings, whatever you choose. This has been such a great experience, and I'm so glad I got to do it.
I know, me too.
If you know, it doesn't go my way, no hard feelings. I feel like I could make some fire.
I'm okay with whatever. If you take me, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
If I make fire, happy to give that a shot, win or lose.
In my mind, the ideal is like I want us to go with you and Tasha. I feel like Alex, we were on the same tribe in the beginning, and then we came back on the tribe, and even though we've had like very different voting situations, like I worry that he's gonna try to pass off like things that I've done as things that we or he has done.
Seems like she has a final 3 in mind, which does include me. I have a feeling she'll make me try to beat Alex, which I'm perfectly happy with. I'm happy to put it out on the line if I make fire and, you know, I win. That's another little thing on my list, and I get to pitch my case at the end. And so it's all kind of out of my hands right now, and I'm just soaking in the last moments of the game. I'd be happy with that final 3, and whatever you think is like the best way to get there.
Joseph didn't really try to pitch me on anything. He was just like, we worked well together. I would like for you to take me, but I get it. I was like, and that's just kind of been how he is for the entirety of the game.
Obviously, Joseph needs to go to fire. First of all, he's like the biggest threat, biggest outage, right? And I think between Tasha and I don't know what Tasha's experience with fire is like. I don't know that she's made it, but I feel I don't think I could make it well at all, to be honest. I'm so bad at making fire that like putting me in against Joseph is just like allowing Joseph to like win. Personally, like I also think just strategically, like you're way more likely to beat me than Tasha. And advantage she got at the merge, where she got to walk out because she was pretty much like the catalyst for all of that. And also like the fact that she turned on Max, I know that I didn't expect that, and I think a lot of other people that I talked to were just like, Tasha and Max are like inseparable. Yeah. So like I think the fact she did that showed that she was like willing to play the game, and then she also like found an idol, and I think people really love her too. Like she's so likable.
Alex gave a really good pitch against Tasha. Like I thought I was just gonna be like, yeah, I'm taking Tasha, and that's like the end of it. Gave me a really good pitch, and he just mentioned that she has had some big moves. She's essentially been on the right side of every vote, with the exception of the Nina vote. And her relationship with Max, the fact that she cut a really close ally, he thinks is like really impressive. But it's also just like, I'm the reason she cut Max. She did it, But I was the person who was like, I think you have to do this. I did it where I was like, we need to do this to solidify our alliance.
Holding cards close to her chest.
I would do this.
I respect that.
I think I'm gonna make the decision that works for me. So I'm thinking, who can I spin the best story and show that their success here, everything that you are seeing as like a success for them, has been partially contributed to me. Whether or not that's entirely true, I think is up to perception, right? We'll see when people watch back the season. That's the story that I'm trying to tell. It's also the game that I set out to play. I thought I was like either gonna get out at the very beginning or I was gonna play a solid game, and whether or not that would result in winning or not, I think would be up to how things flowed. But I feel really proud of the game that I played.
Jury, including Corey, voted out of the last tribal council. All right, Brittany, big win at the biggest moment in the game. What emotions are running through your head as you contemplate the decisions you have here?
I didn't think I was gonna win anything. So I was like, oh my gosh, like to win this one was like really great. It felt like it was the most important time for me to win, and so having like being able to pull that off felt like really awesome. I think right now I have to make a decision that I think I can stand by when it's time to like plead my case to the jury.
Alex, you're in a different position. You're making a pitch and trying to kind of maneuver yourself as best you can, and possibly in a way that works for both your and Brittany's game. How'd you go about doing that?
Well, for one, I definitely explained to her that I have no experience making fire, and even with matches, I do not feel confident. So if she's trying to take out a big player, I don't think I'm the best person to do it. I also just tried to explain how I'm less of a threat than these two, and all the cool things that they've done along the way.
Tasha, on the one hand, it's great to hear Alex say that in front of the jury, that, you know, he sees you as a strong player. On the other hand, if Brittany agrees with him, she might make you go to fire. So how are you balancing that?
I mean, I feel like I'm balancing that by the fact that I just feel like Brittany and I got really close during this game. I feel like once we had the tribal switch when we became second salad, I felt like we kind of had a similar ideas, similar thoughts as far as the game went. And I really hoped that I was able to prove to her that I was loyal to her.
So, I mean, we've heard Alex raise the concept of, you know, I'm easier to beat at the end. Tasha's raised the concept of, we've been together through thick and thin, so let's stay together. Joseph, what was your pitch?
Honestly, I'm happy either way. The chance to make fire sounds fun. Be cool, you know, to be able to do it and show that I can do that and earn my way in. Getting taken as well, you know, automatically in, and I get the chance to pitch my case, and that's a good thing, you know. Shows I have some social equity, being able to get taken to the end.
Brittany, what's guiding your decision process?
To be honest, it's like, who can I like, that feels like really bad, but it's like, who do I think I can make a convincing case to the jury? I want to win. Like, everyone came here because they want to win, right? So like, that's the driving force behind my decision tonight.
All right, well, we can cut to the chase. Brittany, I'll have you reveal, for maximum dramatic effect, one of the players who will be making fire tonight.
Joseph will be making fire tonight.
All right, Joseph will be making fire. And then I have to ask, there's one more spot for fire making. Could be Tasha, could be Alex. Did the thought of doing it yourself ever cross your mind?
Absolutely not. I worked hard to be right here, right now.
Okay, why don't you let the jury know who is going to be sitting with you and who the other person making fire is going to be.
Tasha will be sitting with me, and Alex is going to be making fire.
Okay. That means, Tasha, you will be in the final 3 along with Brittany. You will both be pleading your case to the jury for the chance at the title of sole survivor. Joseph, Alex, you will be competing in a fire-making showdown, and one of you will emerge victorious and be in the final 3 as well. We can get started. Joseph, Alex, one of you is going to be in the final 3. You can get started now. We're quickly working to tear up some pieces to build that kindling. Both players struggling to get flame using a match in a fire. Joseph has a flame. Alex trying to build that flame. Joseph's still struggling to get fire. Alex has a flame again. Can he keep it alive? Joseph once again trying to start a flame. Joseph has a flame now. Can either player keep it alive though? Alex's flame is growing. Joseph's is dying out. Alex's flame growing higher now. Starting to nick that rope. Can Alex keep it strong and keep it building higher and higher? Joseph has a flame now. And again, Joseph cannot keep it alive.
Alex has a steady fire, but he needs it to go higher. Alex's fire growing now in strength, starting to hit that rope. Joseph's dying out. Joseph going back for flame again. Alex is hitting that rope over and over again. Burning that rope now. Alex's fire is strong and burning through that rope.
Oh my god. Joseph, you did such a good game. Thank you, you did it, Joe. Oh my god.
Joseph, you did so good. You did awesome.
You're all great. So excited. Joseph, after 3 long days, you are falling 1 step short of final tribal. What is the feeling right now?
What a fun game. What a great group of people.
And Alex, you, after a long game, are getting 1 step further all the way to the final 3. What is going through your mind right now?
You know, I'm happy like I didn't win a individual challenge, but this kind of feels like one, so it definitely feels good to win something. For sure.
All right.
One of the few real
Joseph, in a sense, your tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.
Good job, Joseph.
All right, congratulations to the final 3. In a few moments, we will begin final tribal council, where each of you will make your pitch to the jury for why you should be crowned the winner of Survivor Weekender Season 3 and granted the title of Sole Survivor. I'll give you a minute to organize your thoughts, and then we'll begin.
I had such a fun time here. It's a great group of people. Huge throw up to Alex for that fire. He killed it. I'm very excited. It's a great final 3. I'm gonna be happy with whoever wins, and yeah, I'm just really glad I got to be here and have this experience, and super happy with my game. It was awesome.
On nights when Dad works late, we'll treat ourselves a bit at Olive Garden.
Ooh, breadsticks.
It's a chance for us to catch up. So is Donna still in the picture?
Maybe. Enjoy Olive Garden's new chicken crostata, grilled marinated chicken breast with our tomato Alfredo sauce. Or new steak crostata, grilled steak medallions with a 4 cheese sauce, both with crispy Asiago cheese crostatas and unlimited salad and breadsticks.
So is this serious?
Yeah, this is seriously good.
Oh.
Olive Garden, when you're here.
To the right side of your chair. Yeah, I need to bring this a little bit back. Thank you.
Oh my god. Guys, insane.
All right. Tonight, the power will turn back to the jury, the people that you voted out of this game. They will decide which of the 3 of you deserves the title of Sole Survivor. Tonight, each of them is going to ask you the hard questions that they need
to determine the information that they may be missing, to fill in the gaps in the story, and to evaluate your games. They're going to be respectful, but they're also going to challenge you. In a moment, I'll give each of the three of you the opportunity to make a brief introductory statement, and then each jury member will have the opportunity to address you. Okay, and with that, I'll turn it over to our final three to give their opening statements.
Well, thank you everyone. All I wanted to say is I think we're all really proud of the games we played. We're all gonna stand behind it, and we kind of agreed to be as truthful as we can about our personal recollection. And we realize that might differ from what you guys think or what you guys what your experience was. And I would just encourage you to look at kind of the entire package. For me, the game was a really big roller coaster. The first half was so different from the second half. Even just the last minute was so different from a couple tribals before. So just take into account the whole experience, who took risks, who played hard the whole way through, and kind of got the full experience, the good and the bad.
Hello, jury. You all look amazing tonight. Something that I have been keeping close to my chest that I would like to reveal to you all is I have not watched Survivor. I've watched a couple episodes here and there. First day we got here, Joseph asked, oh yeah, everyone's seen Survivor, right? It'd be crazy to be here if you hadn't seen Survivor. But I really wanted to come into this game without having that to reflect on, so I could play the game the way that I felt was most genuine to myself.
I am a Survivor super fan. I have watched every season. I never thought I would ever play Survivor, and also a game like this, because people that look like me do not go far. There's only been 2 Black women who've ever won Survivor, and I think there's a lot of when you're playing a game that's super socially motivated, you're looking for connections, right? And when you think about connections, oftentimes it's who do I feel an affinity to. I knew that this was really going to rely on my social game. I also had to be very aware of where I was in the equation. So I'm proud of all of our games, and I'm really happy that the 3 of us are sitting here today.
Congrats to you 3. So excited. Happy for you all. I have a very serious question. You go to Olive Garden, you can only order one thing. Soup, salad, or breadsticks?
Breadsticks. I'm a carby girl. I've never met a bread I don't like.
I am a soup queen. I love my soup. As soon as I saw I was on Soup Tribe, I was like, they get me.
Well, this is perfect because I'm actually salad. I love the Olive Garden salad, and I know with our stick tribe we were kind of talking about the breadsticks, and I was like, yeah, breadsticks are the best part. I don't really like breadsticks that much. I don't know if any of you noticed, but for the Olive Garden reward that we got, I did not grab a single breadstick, and I just loaded up on it. Okay, yeah, very observant.
And I didn't touch the salad.
Yeah. So I love the Olive Garden salad, so this is perfect.
Okay, so I am really happy for you 3. I felt at various points throughout the game, I felt really close to each of you individually. So I think I will be really upfront and just say I think I'm going to be voting really based on our relationship. For that reason, I felt like Alex, you were the person I felt closest to. You told me the same, and the same for when I left. So I was wondering why you never told me about your amulet with Joseph. That kind of bothered me.
I'm of the opinion that with an advantage, you want the least number of people to know about it. And I was really, really hoping that Joseph and Maris would lock that down with me. I know Maris didn't, but I was she did a really good job of selling it that she was we're the 3 of us are gonna stay really strong and use this together. And I honestly did not want to tell anybody about it. It had nothing to do with relationship whatsoever.
Can I add something? When you came and told me, I already knew.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, and
I was just
I don't know if you know this. I was I don't know this. And it was
yeah.
I already people already told me, and I was waiting for you to reveal.
I knew it had kind of got around at that point.
Hi, my question is for all of you, and it is, did you know anyone else prior to coming here? And
If so, who and how? And whether you did or not, how did having those prior relationships or not knowing anyone affect your gameplay? I know Max because Max is like really close friends with my husband, and so like we've spent time together. Honestly, Max, I'm so sorry. Like, I was like, Max has to go immediately. Like, because you played before, and I also like know that you're a very funny, charming person, and I was like, I'm not sitting on that bench with Max at the end of the day.
I also knew Max. I didn't know Max was playing the game until we were carpooling up together. I did briefly work with Max once we had merged, but he put a lot of heat on me when he whispered to me at a tribal council, which caused me to get left out of the next tribal council vote. They weren't truthful with me about how they were voting, and I knew that was going to be a risk for me. So unfortunately, I knew, as much as I love Max and wanted to keep working with him, I think he's an excellent player, I knew that I had to vote him out.
So yeah, I knew Allie. She was a host at the restaurant that my old roommate worked at. It's kind of a strange relationship, but then we would watch Survivor together every week because she's a big fan and I'm a big fan. We have like a big group, and she was like the one that convinced me to apply to this. Honestly, it was really nice at the swap. I was really close, I felt like, with everybody on that tribe, and having somebody that I could 100% rely on was super, super nice. And then I think like post the swap and into the merge, the impression I got, and I don't know how accurate this is, was that people from Soup saw Allie as like a bit of a wild card and like maybe weren't like 100% like willing to share information with her. So like we were, I think like by association, I was kind of like out of the loop a bit. So when you did get blindsided, I did not know, but I do think that might have been like good for my game in the long run. I wouldn't have had the heart, I don't think, to write your name down, so I was happy that they left me out of that one.
My question is about a part of the game that I didn't get to, so it's more of my own curiosity. But when the tribes did swap, what did you do to strategize? Did you stick with people you knew, or did you kind of use information you gleaned from watching other tribe members? I'm just curious what went through your mind when you found yourself in a new group of people.
When we merged, but I had no intention of sticking with Adrian. Adrian was constantly looking for idols. He woke up at 4 a.m. and then he decided that we needed a contingency plan, even though we hadn't lost yet. He decided that he wanted like Brucey to go, and we were
really badly so that everyone saw me.
Brucey went to Soup and was like, here's everything I feel about Adrian. That's what I wanted to do, and so I was like, let's do it. I knew I wanted Adrian out of the game, and this seemed like a really good opportunity to get him out of the game.
So again, I was on second salad, and so that was Sula, Joseph, and I from Soup joining Nina, who is a scary, strong player. Yeah. I was like, I will follow her at this point right now, wherever she wants to go. And I knew that kind of aligning with that and being supportive of that vote would help me get closer with them. I knew Joseph and I had a strong bond. I think that helped build trust.
And I also did feel good in the swap tribe, but I will say I did really trust Maris, and I do think Maris, like, you had me like totally duped about like the amulet, and that whole swap I was trying to find like 1 minute where I could just like have a one-on-one with you and just like ask what you told your tribe and like try to get on the same page. And I just like never felt comfortable like pulling you aside. I was so paranoid of like coming in too hot and over strategizing. So when Adrian said that about like me not strategizing, I thought that was so funny.
My question is, what moments surprised yourselves the most?
I think I came into this game like pretty cocky, honestly. Like I thought I was gonna like get pretty far. I was like, oh, I'm like good at strategy. I had like a Survivor birthday, like a Survivor themed birthday like a few months ago where I kind of like did something like this on a way smaller scale. And like I was like, oh, this is so easy. And it was like all people that hadn't really watched Survivor. So like it felt so easy. And then coming here, I was a little bit cocky and I didn't realize like how strong of like players like you all were. Like I was just constantly, especially at the beginning, like underestimating people. Like Nina is probably the prime example of that. Like I just totally underestimated you. I just felt really, really boxed out of the tribe. And it was like Brittany and Tasha and Joseph and Danny and Max and Corey, and I just felt like nobody really wanted to work with me. Having that like moment of like nobody wants to work with me, and like vote after vote of like being left out. I went to Gritty and I like post one of the votes. I just like completely broke down crying because I was like so upset, and like I was like, nobody wants to work with me. Like everyone like hates me, and like I know that's not true, but like it was really hard to feel like I really like overestimated my abilities. So like I think it was kind of just like a reality check of kind of just like, it is like Survivor. Like people are gonna lie to you, people are gonna leave you out of both.
My most surprising moment is this one now, literally sitting right here. My goal was to just make it through one tribal council. I have a very full packed bag in Ponderosa because I thought I was going to be spending all my time there. When I told my best friend at home that I was doing this, she literally laughed at me. I thought that was the funniest thing ever because this is not something that I do.
I didn't expect to win anything. I can't swim. And then I had to do that first swim for our tribe. And I was almost like going to cry because I was so scared of swimming. And I did it, and everyone in my tribe was like super supportive of that. And that surprised me. My capacity in that challenge surprised me. And then my capacity in the final one surprised me as well.
Hi all. So everyone, I think, comes into this being the hero of their own story. We all have different perspectives of this very complex and layered game. So I'd love to hear what you think the chapter that we are missing out on is. Like, what is something that we don't know about that we wouldn't find out for professionals or something? And then what is the turning point or inciting incident like that really defined your game?
I was able to keep an idol that my entire tribe found along with me, keep it with me, and have my tribe help me in keeping that.
Every single vote, with the exception of the first attempt at Nina, was like something that I wanted to happen and that I felt like I played a pivotal role in.
One clarifying question. Yeah. On my vote out, was it like you saw the writing on the wall and you were like, well, he's going anyways, or you did want me out and you were like leaving that?
Carter, I knew you were going to be a threat. And I knew you were going to be a threat because I felt like you were my closest person. I also thought you were Nina's closest person. And I thought you were Adrian's closest person. And so I was like, either Adrian, Nina, and like have to go out, or Carter has to go. And so I was always prepared to vote you out.
The like Carter vote was kind of a turning point for me, just because it was like the first tribal, and that was genuinely like the hardest vote for me. And it was kind of like where I realized like, okay, every vote after that, like I didn't really have a problem writing anyone's name down after you. If I can write Carter's name down, I can kind of write anybody's name down. But I will say that was like a super, super like difficult decision. And I'm sure like Brittany, you felt the same.
Hi everyone, congratulations. My question is, when you were packing to come here, either Thursday night or Friday morning, how did you think that you would play the game? And then when you got here, how did that change?
I think I expected to play like a really, really strategic, like social game. I didn't really expect the physical aspect at all. And I by no means was like a challenge because I didn't win any challenges, but my tribe won every single challenge up until the merge. I felt like I did have my like moments with like the rope untangling with you. I felt like I really did a lot. And then the breadsticks with Adrian, like I have like the battle scars from punching the trampoline. And then again, like beating Joseph at fire. I like did not expect to beat him at all. I was fully like, Joseph's like got this in the bag. The fact that I was able to pull that off like really shocked me.
I did not pack much coming in, a couple things, because again, I thought I might be here for a minute. I was able in my gameplay to make some really strong moves, and you know, a lot of the advantages that I had, I was able to talk my way into. Like I didn't solve the cipher. I would not have been able to solve the cipher. I feel very confident in that fact, but I was able to convince my tribe to give me the idol.
Who solved the photo?
Danny.
I knew I was gonna have to play a very like social and strategic game, and I also knew that I would have to like manage people's perceptions of me. Like I would say I'm an introverted extrovert. I can perform extroversion. I get like so drained from that. But I think what surprised me was my ability to like be this version of myself that I like want to be just in life, right? Someone who is like engaging with people, building connections with people.
Hey guys! Usually I just ask my little final three to compliment me, but I'm gonna give an actual question because this game was a lot more intense than I anticipated, and I think it was probably the same for you three. What was the time that you guys felt happiest? What was the time that you felt most at peace and just like happy to be here?
Well, first of all, I am going to compliment you, Allie, because I think you are one of the most instantly lovable people I've ever met in my entire life. And I would say the time that I felt the most happiest during this whole experience was just with the initial soup tribe. I immediately loved every single member of the tribe and just really bonding over a bowl of cooked spaghetti.
I think the moment I was the most happiest in this game was when Styx won our first immunity challenge. Like, we were so worried about Soup. We were like, Soup looks like they're gonna be super good at challenges. That was a challenge that was for an immunity for one tribe. And it was like, we have to be our best at this thing. And the fact that we were able to like pull it off, like there was just something about that experience that was like so instantly bonding.
Just winning those first few challenges, like the whole time at camp, we had just been talking about like, oh, Soup is like so dominant. Like we were so like scared of all like, they had like all like the big guys like Corey and Joseph had been like so good. Danny, like, I don't really know, but like looked like you'd be good. And like I know Allie, she's like the strongest swimmer. Like I know, like she's so fit. And like Tasha, like you killed it too. Like you probably beat me at like more than half the immunity challenges. And like I know Sula's a competitor, so like we were just like going through the like lineup and we're like, this team is stacked. And like slowly like we would like, we won that challenge and then we like won the next one and we're like the Soup. Like we're like who we thought Soup was. And like just kind of like that realization was like, I think we were all kind of like just so happy in that moment that we like didn't have to vote anyone else. So
That's what Survivor's all about. Thank you.
A few quick compliments just in case jurors are still deliberating. Brittany, not knowing how to swim and being here is fucking awesome. That's really cool that you still got in the water and did all that, because swimming can be scary when you know how. So that's really, really cool. And I knew you were here to play when Allie told me, oh, Brittany says like you're just like a dude she hung out with once or twice. Really made me happy. I emceed the speeches at your wedding. Tasha, I felt so shitty after I guess everyone realized I was whispering to you, even though I thought I was very coy. I put you in such a shitty position, and the way you rebounded is awesome. And knowing now that these fools gave you the idol and you still kept it and you did whatever you needed to do to get them to give it to you is awesome. And I'll be straight up, I think you have the most impressive tribal council here so far. And Alex, I think you're the most likable player in this game. You're always smiling. You were never like aggressive or in people's faces. You're just a very likable person, and I think you should be proud of that. So any decision would be arbitrary to me, and I do not want my past history with Tasha and Brittany to come into play. So I think we can all agree the challenges have been really awesome here. And so I sort of want to honor that by, and honor games in general by going back really quick to a very quick, simple, skill-based childhood game to determine my vote. We're going to play Simon Says. Are you ready?
Ready.
Game on. Stand up. Simon Says stand up. Simon Says raise your right hand. Simon Says tap your head. Simon Says wave your right hand. Simon Says put it down. Put it back up. Simon says put it back up. Simon says hold up one finger. Simon says hold up two fingers. Simon says hold up three fingers. Hold up 4 fingers. Simon says sit down. Simon says touch your nose. Simon says brush your teeth. Stop. Simon says stand up. Simon says stand up. Simon says sit down. Stand up. Pop is out. Simon says stand up. Simon says touch your nose. Touch your ear. Simon says sit down. Stand up.
Oh, Alex wants to move.
My butt. Okay.
So, Brittany, you got my vote. Congratulations.
I thought I was done with challenges, Matt.
Hi, Final Three. You guys look great. So my question is also a game, and it's to test your perception of the jury. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask each of you to all close your eyes, and I'm going to go down the line of all of the jurors. If you think you have that juror's vote to win this game, raise your hand. Oh my God. So please shut your eyes. If you think that Danny won is going to vote for you, short hair Danny, please raise your hand. If you think that Anna is going to vote for you to win, raise your hand. You can put your hands down. Brucey, Nina, Angie, Carter, Maris, Allie, Max, Danny 2, you can put your hands down. Corey, you can put your hands down. And finally, Joseph. And you can put your hands down. Thank you so much, Final Three. Congratulations on making it to the final travel.
Congrats, you guys. You all deserve to be there no matter what. No one can take that away from you. But Tasha, why did you give the grace to Max, tell him he was getting voted out, but not to me?
I did not give it to you because I was not 100% sure that I was going for you until I did it. I told people I was, but I wasn't sure about it. You were, no lie, the hardest vote for me because I admire you so much as a player. You are, you're my favorite. And I think your gameplay was amazing. Yeah. And for that reason, I did not want to go up against you. I think if you were sitting here, you would be the winner.
So my question to the other two is, if you had to remove 2 votes from the jury, who would you remove?
Ooh.
Nina. Actually, I'm gonna go Corey and Joseph. Yeah, Brittany.
I would get rid of Allie and Rusi. I love you, but I think you've been playing a very transparent game, and you said we're gonna vote for the person you have the closest relationship to, and my perception of that was that would be Alex.
Regardless what happens with these votes, just be so proud of yourself. You're incredible people, and I'm glad we had as much time together as we did. One quick one for Brittany, one word answer, no why. Who did you want to win firemaking?
Alex.
And then for all of you, there's been talk about alliances, close allies, but who would you actually say is your #1 ally definitively?
Like, I've had a really strong relationship with you. Like, I think it was subtle how strong it was, right? Like, we voted with each other step after step after the switch. And it was this moment where, like, I looked up and, like, realized that you were always there with me. And I looked up and I realized that you were always the person telling me exactly what other people were saying and what was happening. Your alliance with me was like really transformational, and I kind of saw it like at the end, right? And so I really appreciate you for that.
Corey, immediate. I knew right away that's who I want to align with. Not because you're a strong player, but because you're such a strong, incredible person. And I knew I wanted to go with you as long as possible. It was only when I had the realization that if you were up here with me, that I would not stand a single chance.
For me, besides Allie, who like I obviously like knew, I would say Rusi. And like beyond like what we already talked about, I feel like you're a player like Brittany talked about. You're like very direct, and I think that comes because if you haven't maybe seen like a ton of Survivor, and it's like you kind of just like say what's on your mind. It's also probably personality. But like I really admire that, and that's like something I've been trying to like do more and more. And I think it might have been to like my detriment a little bit. Like I think with Danny, like we had some really kind of like weird conversations post merge because I just like wasn't really willing to like put on a facade a lot of times. And same with Max to an extent. But like I really admire that trait, and I think that like that's the type of player that like I really wanted to work with. And I'm sad that we like didn't get to do that more.
I'll give each of you the opportunity to just say a parting summation.
With my story, a lot of it compared to these two is like coming off as like less strategic. And I just wanted to say that like I think the people that like know me and got to play with me like know that I am like a strategic person, and I think I did get to do some like really strategic moves that we didn't like talk about a ton. But like the Carter one, we like really locked that down, and then also like playing the amulet with Joseph. Like I think I was the one that came up with the idea of like the 4-4 steal about. So I think that was like a bit like a huge move that took out like probably like the scariest player in the game. Yeah, I know, but like we needed the votes. And then also like I think I'm the only person out of the three of us that like really experienced like being on the bottom in this game. I'm the one that kind of like really had that whole like emotional like story and like experienced that.
My goal was to try and play the most genuine, honest game that I could. Sometimes the game doesn't allow you to do that, which is unfortunate, but I really wanted to stay true to myself. That was my main goal. I feel like I was able to outwit, outplay, outlast, no offense guys, a lot of serious competitors. I mean, Survivor fanatics. I was able to talk people into giving me advantages, and I think I made some really big power moves like Alex just said.
I played an incredibly social and strategic game. I felt like I knew what was happening with the exception of that Nina first vote going wrong, and even when I didn't know what was happening, I was quickly able to find out what was happening. I constantly had people kind of coming to me, telling me information, and that helped me to play this game and have as much information as I could to make decisions. I love Survivor. Like, I fucking love Survivor, and I never thought that I could be a real part of Survivor. And to know that I came here and I was able to form these relationships that really helped me play I think a really good game means a lot to me. I'm really proud of the game that I played here, and I think if everyone took a step back, like, I was a pivotal part of a lot of your votes, and I know that kind of sucks to hear, but that's the truth of it, and I think that that's a really important piece of what this game is.
Thank you all for your time and your good, thoughtful questions, and a ton of thanks to our incredible final three who have withstood the scrutiny that you have employed over the past hour or so. It's now time to vote for a winner of Survivor Weekender Season 3. Unlike the other votes, a vote for you is good. You want the most votes. Okay, we'll get to the vote.
My girl. I really liked what he said about being the only one to have experienced trials and tribulations in the game, and having come out on top of that is really cool.
This is only my second time here. That kind of sucks, but I was really impressed with Tasha and how she had no experience going in and really made the most of the opportunities that came in front of her and outlast, whatever. You got it. Good job.
As sad as I am that I'm not sitting there with you, you played a good enough social game that even though you voted me out, I still want to vote for you to win. Congrats.
So we all know who this vote's going for. I don't have much to say, but Uka Alex, baby, I love you, baby. I love you. I think you played a fantastic game. Like, my heart would swell every time I saw you. Maybe I'm just in love with you. I don't know. We'll unpack that one later. But, like, did an amazing job. The firemaking was insane. Alex, my vote is for you to win this game. I love you, and you deserve it 1,000,000%.
Oh my god, congrats, final three. Hit me, baby, one more time. Brittany, You swam away with this competition, literally and figuratively, but I'm really proud of you. You are super bubbly, super nice, and hashtag season 3, Brittany. So congrats, I'm so glad that you get to represent our season and be our winner. See you on All Stars.
I've tallied the votes, and it is time to crown a winner of Survivor Weekender Season 3. Before I do, a round of applause for our fantastic final 3. And to our incredible jury. And finally, also to our amazing and dedicated production. Okay, I'll read the votes. Okay, first vote. Alex.
Oh, look at you.
Second vote. Brittany. Third vote. Tasha. 1 vote Alex, 1 vote Tasha, 1 vote Brittany. We are tied. Next vote. Alex.
Woo!
3 exclamation points. Brittany. That's 2 votes Alex, 2 votes Brittany, 1 vote Tasha. Brittany. Brittany.
I'm so sweaty. I'm like, sorry, you're holding my hand and it's so sweaty.
Winner of Survivor 2022, and winner of Survivor 2023, Lori. The winner of Survivor Weekender Season 3.
I appreciate it. You did such a good job.
Oh my god, it's so good, Tasha. Great game.
Really? I know, but.
Congratulations. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Oh my goodness. I was tripping.
As you should.
Oh my gosh. Please explain something about what happened to me.